Canadian country music artist Paul Brandt joining us on the line. You know, he's got an exciting story about Calgary to tell us about. Hi, Paul, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you doing today?
I'm good, thanks. So, you know, you're on tour, and if that wasn't exciting enough or crazy enough, Calgary Stampede is coming, and you're going to be there. But tell everybody first, though, your history with Stampede.
You know, I'm really excited about it because, you know, the Stampede has a lot of meaning to me for a number of reasons. You know, when I was growing up in Calgary, I was one of those kids early in the morning. It's quite the tradition to be there at about 7:30 in the morning to get your best seat to watch the parade go by, and it was something that was a part of our lives for as long as I can remember. And when I was about 16 years old, I had an uncle encourage me to go and enter a talent competition that they had there called the Youth Talent Showdown. And you could win $1,000 if you won the first prize. You know, at 16, I figured I'd be set for life, you know. And the first year I placed in the top 10. Second year I didn't place at all. And the third year I won the contest. And it was really kind of one of the main things that got me started, you know, in music. It really helped me to kind of get my feet wet and learn more about what it takes to be in the music industry. And now here I am coming back this year for 10 performances at their grandstand show, which is sort of the pinnacle at the Stampede. It's the opportunity to really see what the West is about and the history of what goes on at the Stampede. And it's all finished up at the end of the night with just an incredible fireworks display. So I couldn't be more proud to be associated with the Stampede in the centennial year. It's going to be really cool.
Yeah. So, okay, don't be afraid to use the word. You're headlining. Come on now. Let's tell it like it is.
You know, it's kind of a surreal feeling because I drove over there not long ago to do a press conference and let everybody know what was going on with, you know, being able to be the headliner at this event. And as I was heading over there, I was driving past the old theater on the grounds there where I used to sing in that talent competition, and I got to tell you, I got butterflies. I mean, I was pretty nervous all of a sudden, and I really didn't expect it, you know. So it was kind of a cool experience, and it's neat to kind of see it all come full circle like this.
I'm still waiting to hear you say, I'm Paul Brandt and I'm headlining Calgary Stampede. You're just not going to do it, are you?
It's true, I am Paul Brandt, and I'm headlining the Calgary Stampede. It's going to be a lot of fun.
I think so. Now, I mean, for those who have never gone to Stampede before, I don't even know that there's a way to describe the atmosphere, but I mean, first of all, I know you're going to stand out if you don't wear a cowboy hat. I learned that the hard way. But everybody feels welcome and included. You know, even a kid from the Manitoba prairies. It didn't take me long to fit in last year, right? It's all-inclusive, really.
Yeah, it's true, and I think that something that really kind of says it all, you know, one of the most popular pictures, I think, that we saw of last year of Will and Kate's visit to Canada was their stop at the Calgary Stampede. Mm-hmm. And with all the pomp and circumstances, as you know, as approachable as they are for royalty, they're still royalty. But by the end of their visit, Will and Kate were parading around in cowboy hats themselves and blue jeans, and it's just, you know, it's one of those moments where everyone can kind of let their hair down a bit and just have a really great time.
It is. It's an awkward moment to see, but it's sort of like, you know what? They're Canadian. They're real people. They're just like us, right?
Absolutely, you know, and it was a real thrill for me to get the opportunity to play my title track for my new album for the first time in public for Will and Kate. I had the distinct honor of getting the chance to meet them and spend a little bit of time with them chatting about their trip here, and it was a pretty cool moment for me, definitely something that I'm never going to forget.
How did you feel? Were you nervous? Take me to that moment.
Well, you know, I don't know as much nervous as it was such an unusual opportunity that I think I was just sort of kind of beside myself most of the time, just sort of going, okay, look, don't forget any of this. This is really, really neat, you know, and chatted with Will a bit about his love of Western music, and I thanked both of them for their trip up to Slave Lake, where the fires had just happened. They went up just to bring some more awareness to that area and to inspire the people there to keep going. And it was just it was one of those life moments that you know, is always going to be burned into my memory.
Who would last longer on a mechanical bull, Will or Kate?
Oh boy, I'll tell you, Kate's small, but don't let her fool you.
Could she outlast you then, or no? Like a real cowboy?
I think probably. You know, I get that mental image every time I go on stage of the bull rider kind of, you know, strapped strapping in and getting ready to go and nodding his head, and out the gate he goes. And that's always sort of been something that has been a part of my pre-show routine, and just that thought of, this is really exciting and I'm going to go out and do the best that I can. But don't even think about putting me on a real bull. I think that would be probably the quickest ride of your life.
We put you on a stage. We're going to talk about your tour coming up in just a little bit. Paul Brandt, more with our Canadian country music legend right after this.
Today's best music with Jeremy Bradley.
Country music superstar Paul Brandt is still joining us on the line. Now he's on tour. He's got an album that's topping the charts. He's headlining. I'm going to use the word headlining. Calgary Stampede. How does he do it all? I might as well ask Paul. How do you do it all?
I think the biggest secret, and I've had a lot of people, not only ask how we do what we're doing, but also, how to make it, if you can say it that way in the music business. And I think my secret has always just been just to do it because you're having fun. And for some reason, when I have that approach, I kind of take a day at a time and go through it. Amazing things happen, and it's been one sort of series of unexpected events after another for me over this last 20 years of being involved in the music industry. And I still, if I click on iTunes or walk into a Walmart or a record store or whatever, and see my album there, I still get blown away. It's like, man, I'm so blessed to get to do this every single day. I'm having a great time.
Now, the album Give It Away, it came out last year, or late last year, quickly became, let me just get this right, Canadian Country Album of the Year. I think that was on iTunes, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. iTunes has their rewind every year where they go back and they let people know what they think the best albums were or the best movies or whatever, and they post that on iTunes, and that was a really cool surprise. It kind of came halfway through the first leg of the tour that we're on right now, and it really was a shot in the arm, to know that after 4 years of not being on the road and not having new music, people hadn't forgotten what we were up to. So that was a wonderful moment for me.
So you said it's nice to see, your album in stores, and does stuff like that ever get old? Oh, there's another number one. Come on. Does it surprise you still? Tell me your feelings when you hear something like that.
No, honestly, it really hasn't. It hasn't gotten old yet. I think that, especially, now that, we took about 4 years to plan and get ready for this next phase, but also start a family, and you come back after being off the road that long and you go, man, are people even going to remember? And when they do, it does absolutely feel wonderful.
Well, as I said, traveling across Canada, I guess I didn't see Winnipeg on the list, but maybe that was just an oversight, right? Yeah?
No, we had a great time at the NTS Center and really enjoyed playing for everybody. And I believe we hit them in December. I'd have to look back at that date, but it was the night before the Jets had won, and it was pretty funny because we're there in the arena and just having a great time. And come out, or just before I came out for the encore, instead of the traditional encore chant, it was the Go Jets Go chant, and that was it was just so cool, to kind of tap into the energy in that building and the things that have been going on there lately. It was a neat moment.
You realize the crowd will do that for anything. It could be a U.S. political rally, and they'll still chant "Go Jets, Go" when somebody comes up.
I'll tell you, I enjoyed it. I think I might have joined in a little bit myself.
Well, you have to, or else you wouldn't stand a chance on the stage.
That's right.
All right, so the website, you said paulbrandt.com for all of the information about the tour and Calgary Stampede and everything else that you're working on, right? paulbrandt.com.
That's the best source. Also, I'm updating constantly on Twitter, letting people know what we're up to, and they can get quick links and just sort of the moment by moment of what we've been doing lately. So, check out those sources, and hope we get a chance to see you out on the road sometime.
Sounds good, and perhaps we'll see you in Calgary at Stampede. We might do a live show from there, so... Thanks.
That'd be great.
I think so. I'm looking forward to it. See if I can... Maybe we'll both ride a mechanical bull, then. We'll see who, between the two of us, can last the longest. It'll be a competition. All right, Paul Brandt, that's a deal. It's a bet, all right?
Sounds good.
All right, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Today's best music with Jeremy Bradley.